That's true.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry. Bye. But yeah.
He's also just not a humanitarian. Like, he's not, like, as, like, kind and, like, good.
Yeah.
Like, Drake loves children, but in a different way.
Hey. All right, folks, welcome back to the IrregularFlicks podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in again for episode 6. You know, technically 6, but yeah.
Technically 2.
Yeah, two. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so I know that you did work today and I was off, so I was pretty much chilling.
Yeah.
But I know like you did work, so.
Yeah, but, work is work.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta do it. You gotta pay the bills.
Facts, yeah. Honestly. But yeah, we were back in the podcast. Thank you so much for the support of the 60 views or something like that. But hey, we respect it. But yeah, we are gonna go into the first discussion of everything. I know that we did discuss this like last time, but the Michael Jackson movie, we are gonna do like a little touch up on the comments because I now feel very differently on the movie. I don't know about you, but yeah.
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm asking you.
Well, we watched it again this last week because you wanted to take your mom. You wanted us to take your mom.
Yeah.
So we went to go see it again. My views haven't necessarily changed. It's still very surface level, but I will say it is a really fun movie, and it just goes to show like the rewatchability on it, like I said before. Yeah, I just think it was a really good rewatchable movie. We've been listening to Michael Jackson ever since it came out, so honestly, yeah. But what has your view changed? Your mom was really excited to see it. She loved it. She walked out of that movie being like,
dancing hippie on all that. Cause like there's one thing that you did tell me in the middle of the movie where like you did see her feet.
Oh yeah, her feet were like.
It was like.
She was having so much fun.
Yeah, but like that was like really cute. It was on Don't Stop Like Till You Get Enough, I think the song. Like whenever like the whole transition happened.
The point is she really
yeah.
Because you said like she said at least when we were watching it that she was a really big Michael Jackson fan.
Yeah.
Like when she came here and like in general, like she really liked him. But she said that she really liked that they didn't touch on like the bad parts of his life. So she was like, I like that the movie was like fun and nice and like give a good image, because she was like that those parts just make me sad, and like honestly, that's so interesting to hear.
Yeah, and then like she didn't even know, because I don't know if it's been confirmed yet, but they're gonna make actually has it been confirmed? I don't know if it's been.
They said it has, but I've seen people talk about how like they don't know yet because the director and like everything. My views haven't changed. It's not the director's fault if it's a bad movie. So
but this time around I did really enjoy it a lot more, because the first time around I feel like I had so much hype, just like with Bohemian like Rhapsody, and just the end of that movie I'm like, oh, it didn't really live up to my expectations, But yeah, this one was really, really different. Like I wasn't expecting to like it more, but at the same time, like throughout the whole week where we were gonna watch with my mom, it was MJ Summer. Like it was just like kind of crazy, all that stuff. Yeah. So yeah, I was like listening to like a lot of Michael Jackson, and she knows too, because I was like in the car.
Yeah, every time we get in the car, it just feels like it's always Michael Jackson playing. And like it's like easy listening. Like he really is the king of pop for that same reason, because this really, like watching that movie again really has solidified, at least to me, like there will never be another MJ.
Yeah.
In the sense that there will also never be like another Freddie Mercury, because the power of the internet fuels so many artists' lives now.
Yeah,
that,
it's
like,
very
we have so many artists that do so good because of the internet, like, and this is not shade.
Yeah, not to anybody, no.
Billie Eilish getting a movie, but it's mostly just like tour footage.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift getting a movie about her Eras tour, which is just tour footage. We haven't watched any of them. We know someone who has. Shout out to Melanie and Frankie. They went to go see it, the Billie Eilish movie. And then I think my friend Daniel went to go see the Eras
Taylor
Tour
Swift,
movie.
Yeah.
But again, it's just concert footage. And like there's nothing wrong with that. But it just goes to show that these these are the artists that are worthy of biopics possibly, but because their lives are so well documented off of the internet, they might not get it, and that's okay. Because I don't know, I just feel like so many artists owe their life to, or like their success to the internet. Take someone like Pink Pantheress. She started on TikTok.
She blew up on that. Yeah,
she started on TikTok and she blew up, and now she's like this big, like, you know, artist, and she's great.
Same thing with like Doja Cat and everything like that. Kind of same like levels, like surface level of like Doja Cat. Yeah.
So all these artists are never gonna touch the fame and the claim that Michael Jackson does, because he started off as a child, and like, yeah, he grew from there, but who's to say what would have happened if like his dad never pushed him and his brothers to become like,
yeah, like we did talk about that, how like at a certain point how much is like forcefully doing it, like the way that Joe Jackson was like forcing like his sons to go to these things and do the like the concerts and do the shows, do the recordings. But I still think like Michael Jackson is a person, I feel like no matter what, he would still be kind of up there, maybe just like a longer time, you know?
Yeah, because he still was passionate for music, and you could tell, at least like, you know, based off of the compilations in the movie and everything, because obviously we don't know what really happened.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, I mean, who knows? And I genuinely don't think there will ever be an artist that will genuinely like touch the fame that Michael Jackson ever could.
Yeah.
But this past week was the Bruno Mars concert, and I would argue that he maybe has the same showmanship as Michael Jackson.
Yeah, because his songs like played during my like just like work and stuff. I'm like, it's him. I mean, we talked about this before, like an aside, but like him and The Weeknd are like the two artists where they do have that kind of sound to them, you know, if that makes sense.
They had that like passion for the pop music genre.
Exactly. Yeah. But a lot of Bruno, like I did listen to him like a couple of days ago. I'm like, dang, is that MJ, bro?
Bruno is just so good. And like, honestly, like I know so many people that went to go see him because he has that showmanship in him. And I feel like he's willing to put on such a good show. And he has so many songs that are so iconic. And one could argue the same thing about other artists, like we said, Billie Eilish, Taylor Swift, i.e. The Weeknd, whatever. But I don't know. For some reason, Bruno Mars feels a little more, I don't know, a little different. Yeah. But a lot of artists start small and they build their way up. So there's really not like, there's no say in how much longer it'll take until like one day we get to see one of those people. But the Beatles like movie is coming out soon too. Like, so we'll probably go see that. We touched that
at the last podcast episode. Yeah.
Is it by the same guy?
I'm not sure. Yeah. I heard something about A24, but I'm not really sure. But yeah, I mean, like, there's a lot of like not memes, but like people like talk about how biopics are pretty basic now, where they're just like a cookie cutter type of like marketing play where they could just replay the music and get the top hits. Thoughts did change a little bit, because I'm not gonna lie, like when I did see the movie the first time, I was kind of like down about it, where like, damn, I did want more. I do want more character like development. I mean, that stuff is so true, you know. I still wanted more from Michael, like the development of making the songs, you know. But yeah, like watching it with my mom and watching it the second time really made me like the movie a lot more, you know.
It's funny because watching it, we knew it was coming next, and I kept reminding myself while we were watching it, like, oh, everyone around us hasn't watched seen this movie, so like they're watching it with new eyes, and we're like, oh, we already know what's coming, we already know like what's like, you know, what song is next, and I'm like just excited because I'm anticipating the next song that is gonna play in the movie. But it was a good movie, but my rating hasn't changed.
Damn, because mine went up a little bit.
And that being said, it's still like a solid 7. Like, it's a standard movie. Like I said, I'll rewatch it any day, but at the same time, I might just rewatch it just to have the music on in the background. But like, I'm not necessarily rewatching it just to like watch Michael's life and stuff like that. Yeah. But we'll have to wait and see. Yeah,
but yeah, for me, like my thoughts have been, I like the movie a lot more, and it's especially with my mom, and I just like, it's funny how like her feet were dancing, because like I did see that. I was like,
she loved the movie. She had so much fun, and I'm happy that she had so much fun, because she's like a first-hand Michael fan. Yeah. Whereas like I asked my mom, I was like, oh, did you listen to Michael Jackson? She said, no, I couldn't understand what he was saying, so I didn't listen to it. Damn. And like that's fair, you know, like that's fair. Some people, like, people don't listen to K-pop.
Yeah.
People don't listen to like music in Spanish if they don't understand it. But
Very
nowadays
true.
everybody listens to everything. So, and that just goes to show, like I said, his impact on the world. Because regardless of whether or not people understood him, they were listening to him.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And like I work like someone at my job was saying because like the fucking Drake album came out, and then they were saying, oh no,
the Drake, he took the Michael glove.
Facts, he took the Michael. You robbed that shit.
Anyways, controversial or maybe not controversial take. Drake ain't
shit. He was okay back. He was okay back in the day, but now, bro, I feel like he lost the plot.
Yeah, just a little aside. I won't get into it.
I'm just curious how much he paid for that.
I won't get into it.
Let's see. Not say your facts. But yeah, Michael, pretty dope.
Drake will never be Michael. That's all.
No,
that's all you need to say.
Exactly.
Drake will never be Michael. He'll never sell out stadiums. He'll never have people lining up outside trying to climb a fence just to listen to him.
That's
sorry.
True, yeah. Sorry. Bye. But yeah.
He's also just not a humanitarian. Like he's not like as like kind and like good.
Yeah.
Like Drake loves children, but in a different way.
Hey.
See, you can cut that if you want, but I'm just being honest. Like he loves children in a different way.
But yeah, the main topic of today's podcast is we did watch Obsession. We did watch it like last week, so we are kind of not late, but just like the format of the podcast. Whatever.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I remember the day where we just went to Portillo's to eat, and we're waiting for showtimes to be pop up. Cause dude, like. Packed, like every
packed to the brim,
was
basically.
Packed.
I think even when we showed up, everyone was already there.
Yeah,
because we're A-listers. No, but like since we get access to buy tickets and we know like AMC and like movies start like 20 to 30 minutes after like preview because they play previews first, so it actually starts like 20 to 25 minutes, even sometimes 30 after the actual time. We showed up a little bit later and the theater was already packed.
The
theater was already full of people, so we got there with still like a couple minutes to spare.
It was basically playing like the intros, like the whole like companies and like the production companies and stuff like that. But yeah, I remember like at one point we were, cause dude, like I was surprised, to be honest, like all those shows were taken, no seats were like available. But then while we were eating our Portillo's with the fucking shittiest phone service too, like the service was not working, bro, and we were being nerds about it, tryhards, where we just like kept refreshing on the AMC app
because like we had to go see it.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
we saw it on a Wednesday. Like movies come out on Thursdays.
Yeah,
everyone thinks they come out on Fridays,
events,
but they come out on Thursdays. And this one was like an early like
like a day early type of thing. Yeah, but yeah, I'm so glad that we did end up seeing the movie, because bro, like
this is the horror movie of the year. Like I mean, we're gonna go see the Backrooms next week.
Yeah.
So
things might change.
We'll update you guys on what we think. But yeah, this movie, like I had that being said, I didn't know anything about this movie. I knew about this movie coming out, but I didn't know who the director was. I didn't know any of the cast. Obviously they're all unknown actors, which is great. We love that.
Yeah.
But we hadn't seen a trailer. We hadn't seen a teaser trailer, and I wish I had.
Yeah, from what I remember, like when we did, I mean, to be fair, we don't really go watch trailers, like, because we do come in late. Because I'm not doing that shit.
Unless we see like a teaser or a trailer online, which is like on TikTok, on YouTube, advertised to us, and or honestly, on Instagram.
Like, even like all we need is like a minute or like 30 seconds, and then we just say, okay, we're watching it.
Yeah.
Like we've done it like in the past where you just watch the trailer and then like, okay.
Yeah, so walking in, like, we didn't know anything about this movie because we hadn't heard anything about it, because we were mostly just keeping track of the Backrooms.
Yeah,
because we're gonna go see that next week. But the point is, we walked in with like nothing, no idea what this was about. We were like, well, this movie has been anticipated. Let's go see it. We got tickets. We walked in. At the moment it started. Yeah. There are so many think pieces, but I'm gonna let you say your piece because I got a lot to say.
But yeah, like first off, it is directed by Curry Barker. I didn't really like. I did know him slightly because I know like he did like some YouTube content, and he did direct like directed like a documentary, like a found like creepy footage thing, called Serial Milk. And then after we watched the movie, I actually did end up watching that movie, and like it was like an
This
hour.
is the first I'm finding out about this, and I feel so betrayed. I wanted to watch it, and I was waiting to watch it with you.
I'm sorry.
No, but go ahead.
But yeah, like seeing like that short film he did and this, like, bro, like from the production value. First off, like the first movie was like a found footage movie, so yeah, it's a very different than like a full like feature film. But seeing the transition between that and that is like wild, because I think he did a really good job of making things creepy and letting the characters like play at them out, because it is like found footage where it's like a channel that does like pranks, and like, you know, pranks just like at the short from like the prank just got too crazy and crazy and crazy, and there were some like creepy elements to it too. So but yeah, he mainly did like comedy sketches on that channel and that. But yeah, Curry Barker. But yeah, if you don't know what the movie is about, it's just like a shy music store worker named Bear.
Also, like, spoilers. We're definitely gonna like
Yeah.
talk about what happens.
This is
We're
just like
gonna
the spoiler free version so
yeah,
far. Yeah.
like if you want to skip ahead, no, but like we're gonna definitely like say spoilers, because there's a lot that happens in this movie. Like, I genuinely think everyone should walk into this movie not knowing anything.
Yeah.
So if you don't care about what happens in this movie, keep listening. But if you do, I don't know when you should skip ahead to, but just, yeah, it's just a great movie. Go watch it.
Yeah.
You know? There's a lot to talk about, because this
yeah,
movie
without
has
spoilers,
layers.
Yeah, because without spoilers, it's really hard to talk about it, because the main thing is just like, oh, he makes a wish to make this girl obsessed with him, and, you know, things just get fucking crazy. That's just what I've been telling people. But I don't want to really spoil anything. But yeah, without spoilers, just go and watch it.
Yeah,
watch it and have your own form of opinion, type of thing. But
it's like a dark comedy too.
Yeah,
like, so like it's gonna make. There were a lot of people actually laughing during our
yeah
theater experience. There were so many people laughing, and I was a little uncomfortable. I was like, why is everyone laughing? Because this is someone's reality.
True. Yeah.
And I'm not talking about the man. I'm talking about
the woman. Yeah, facts. Yeah. But I do kind of want to break it down, like not into like sections, but in the beginning. But yeah, the movie does open up where like he's with his coworkers at like a diner, right, or something like that, and then he's just practicing.
His friend.
Yeah, his friend. Yeah, just practicing how to ask out Nikki. And but yeah, also we're now in spoilers, so we're gonna talk the fuck out of this movie. But yeah, so he's with his friends trying to ask out Nikki how to get ideas, how to do that. And then we follow him going back home, right? And then that's when he finds his dead cat that he overdoses in pills and stuff like that. And but yeah, poor kitty, man, because I like cats a lot, and it was just seeing, I was like, damn, bro.
Yeah, that was a really gruesome like way to, like, I don't know, like not open, but like kind of get the ball rolling with the story.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, because right after that is like the title card, and us like getting prepped for the movie. Because after that, like fucking Nikki calls him and say, oh, like, are you gonna come with us, and are you gonna drink with us?
But also not to spoil too much of like, and like basically tell the whole movie. We don't want to give a whole summary.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
What were you saying?
Oh, no, you're good. Cause I was like, no, fucking spoil that shit.
Personally, I thought this movie was great. Again, I walked in just as blind as you did. I didn't know anything about this movie. The way it starts, I did kind of like it. But now, like, thinking about the beginning of the movie to the end of the movie, I'm like, wow, there are so many layers for this exact reason.
Yeah.
But I think, I don't know, I said it in my review, both of the women in this movie did not deserve anything that they got. And as well as the main character, Bear, he didn't deserve either of those women. Because, spoilers, obviously, the main character, Nikki, and the other main character, Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah, yeah.
They both kind of, I guess people say that people have a very like back and forth take on whether or not Nikki and Sarah both had feelings for him. Some people say that Nikki had no feelings for him, which is like the main girl that gets, you know, kind of fucked over in the story. I feel like
Nikki did have, it could have been like potential feelings, but Sarah for sure.
No,
Sure,
Sarah
like
for
yeah,
sure.
for
But
sure,
like
like
people don't know if Nikki had feelings for him. But basically, yeah. I mean, it's just a very be careful what you wish for movie. But
yeah, true.
the girl that plays Nikki, Indy, never ready, Indy never ready. Oscar. She has my heart. This woman, I love her down. Like she's her. Like
yeah. She did great.
I love like an unknown actress. And some people said that she was in a TV show about like Superman
and Lois, yeah.
And I don't sorry, I don't watch that. So I'm like,
I do want to watch that soon because I heard there's some good stuff. But yeah, anyway,
I've never seen it though. So everyone's like, you guys don't know her from that? No, sorry, I don't know like the deepest depths of like.
Plus, like that's from
TV, film, whatever. Like I don't know if it's TV or not.
It is, and plus, like it's a CW. Like yeah.
Basically, I think like she's a great actress. She's eating that role up.
Yeah,
she's so good.
Great,
I followed her on TikTok right after the movie came out, and I follow her on Instagram now. She's so good in it. But her line delivery, her faces, her just like everything. Like she gave it everything she had.
Dude,
and like even Curry Barker, the guy who directed it, he even said like she had everything. Yeah. She could be normal and she could be so strange and she could somehow do both. Because he said even when girls were auditioning that some girls could only do one or the other.
Yeah,
they could only
that's
be
what I heard too,
really, really creepy or they could only be really, really normal.
Yep.
And she somehow did both. And honestly, when she stands there in the doorway smiling at you,
yeah, fuck that.
What do you mean? Like, I'm scared. Like, I felt so uncomfortable. And it was just, like, I don't know. Like, as a man, what did you feel? What did you feel about, like,
about
the way
just her
acted?
as, like, a presence?
Yeah, like, because she was very, like, cool girl at the beginning. So she seems like any girl that a guy could
Yeah,
like,
and then, like, she was also, like, sweet, like, considered sweet to Bear's eyes because you see her, like, donate, or not donating, but giving, like,
giving money to a
like,
homeless person.
Yeah, it's a homeless person. But yeah, like before, like it could like you could see like she does have some type of feelings with Bear. Like in like the normal sense, she was fine, but then when it gets to the creepy set, dude, she did like such a great job, bro. Like she even said in interviews that she took inspiration from Pearl, and I do see that too, where like she does give that little aspect of like craziness. I don't want to say like girls are crazy, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean because it's like when we watched Pearl, I literally was like, at any moment a woman could act like this because it's like it's styled up to like 100, but a woman might act like this.
Yeah,
and she might be like, "Why are you leaving me? I thought you liked me." You know. And so, and I heard that like she took a lot of inspiration not just from Pearl. So like Mia Goth, she also took inspiration from the Get Out scene because there's a scene where they're out to dinner together and she's like, no. And that like is from, at least when I was watching it, I genuinely did think of that scene in Get Out where the housemaid is like, oh no, and she starts crying because she's in the upside down, but she's taken over by like a white person. Yeah. So I genuinely did think of that, and then I know that I think there were a lot of movies that were inspired, like that kind of inspired like the way that she acted. But on top of that, I even told you this. At any moment people can take inspiration, people can try to almost like draw inspiration or like almost like replicate things from movies that they've seen.
Because I feel a lot of people say like they want to steal ideas, but no, it's just like borrowing because nothing is original anymore. So yeah.
But the way that she was like inspired by these people or wanted to replicate these roles or like wanted to replicate the effect that they had, even if someone wants to do that, there's no way that they can do it just as well. And I really like my hat's off to her. Like she really did that. Like she ate that roll up. She really like made me uncomfortable. She made everyone uncomfortable. Like,
dude, yeah, bro.
And Hereditary. She like took inspiration from the uncomfortable scene. If any of you have seen Hereditary, because fortunately like I have seen it.
And stuff like that,
with the shadows where she's in the corner of the room. Again, spoilers. where she's sitting in the corner of the room and she's just
Dude,
staring
yeah,
at
that scene
Bear
was
sleeping.
fucking crazy.
She literally did that herself. And like, it's like anybody, obviously you watch it and you go, okay, if you've seen Hereditary, you know that's basically Hereditary.
Yeah, like taking inspiration
but
from
to
that,
give you that same uncomfortable feeling, I've seen Hereditary.
that's hard to
watched
pull
it
off,
with you
know? Yeah.
But the way that even you told me when we watched it together, you told me watching this in the theaters was so scary.
Dude, yeah,
it was so
fucking
uncomfortable.
terrifying.
And for me, I didn't watch it in the movie theater. I got to watch it in the comfort of my own home.
Yeah.
So I wasn't scared at all. But you said, you know how scary this feeling was to see I can't remember who plays the mom.
Tony Collette. Yeah.
Tony Collette. To replicate the feeling that Tony Collette gave you watching Hereditary.
Yeah, the specific corner scene where she's in. Yeah.
That now she can give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Yep.
Anyone can try, but not everyone can succeed. And that's why I'm willing to give Indy her flowers on that.
Yeah, because I know Curry was saying that he did take inspiration from her that movie. And it's crazy because that movie came out in 2018, I think.
And you love that movie.
Oh,
I got to watch it because of you.
Yeah. Because I did show you the first time around, and because that's what I really want. Because as soon as that movie did play out, I did the idea how the director was taking play with shadows and stuff like that, and showing corners and not really seeing exactly what's there until you see some type of movement. You know, that part was really creepy because. Bro, seeing that movie for the first time where he's sleeping in the bed and she's in the fucking wall like Spider-Man. That's a quote for me that you said when we did watch the first movie. Yeah, you said that.
I don't even remember saying that.
But dude, cause I didn't know what was going on because people were whoa, all freaked out and shit. I was what? What? I don't see shit. And just in the fucking corner, bro, that was fucking terrifying. And that same feeling I got from that movie, it came to this one. It was a lot whenever after the party when she did, and then they went to the hospital, came back home, and then Bear was please act normal, please act normal. I just want to be happy with you. And then she does the fucking backward step.
Oh,
bro.
I heard that so many people were uncomfortable with that scene.
That's the only scene that gave me actually chills. Ugh, I don't fucking like that.
And going back to what you were saying about how that scene where he says act normal, I think that just goes to show how messed up Bear is, and that's a whole other conversation we can have in a little bit.
Yeah.
Where Bear saying act like Nikki, basically going to show that he never wanted her for who she it's he wanted her, but it's almost he wanted to trap her to be this idea of who she was, because she never was actually that person, exactly. What's the point of making a wish that the girl that you want so bad to be in love with you and only you, if you're just gonna end up kind of doing that to her? You know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Also, can I go pee?
Yeah, go pee. You're good. Yeah, you're good. Yeah. All right, we back. I forgot what we were talking about, but I'm pretty sure it was about Nikki, right?
Yeah. She did a really good job.
Yeah. She did a good job. Now let's go to Bear. So, Bear is a character, sure. In the beginning, he was kind of innocent, but towards the end of the movie, you kind of see this guy's a fucking fuck up, and that kind of towards like the shy boy,
The nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is very much a nice guy role. I'm not gonna say that you're one of those guys because you're very much
what?
Not.
Okay.
But obviously, everyone knows someone that acts like Bear.
Mm-hmm.
But it's crazy because at the beginning you see that he just wants to tell Nikki how he feels. Just be hey, I really like you. You're so nice. You make me feel so comfortable. I feel like I can be myself with you. And his friend immediately goes, no, don't do that, actually.
Yeah. And you find out that
it makes
he has
you
a
think,
reason, yeah.
But it makes you think, if he had done that, would it have worked out? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But at that point, you just gotta say it out loud and take the rejection, or this wouldn't have never happened.
Because she gave him a chance.
Yes, bro. She gave him a chance. Because she even said, Bear, if you I don't know if she said fucking, but if if you fucking like me, just tell me.
She literally said like, because he called her Freaky Nikki as she was walking away.
Bro.
She's like, she literally said like, okay, bye, Freaky Nikki, and something along the lines of that. And she goes, don't call me that. And then she said, that's when she comes back and she goes, Bear, do you like me? Tell me now. And he says, what?
What? No.
No.
Bro. Like, yeah.
So everyone knows a Bear.
Yeah.
Everyone knows a guy like Bear. Mm-hmm. Or some guys have been Bear, you know? Like some guys have felt like they, because they are so nice that they have the right to act that way, or, you know, like get to like have you around, you know what I mean? Yeah. So
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I mean, Bear, like, even when everything was kind of falling apart in front of him, he still was like, no, this is what I want.
Trying to be hopeful. This is what I want. Situation.
Yeah. Like, even when he called the hotline and he was like, what's going on? What is this or whatever? And the guy was like, did you want to change this? He's like, yeah, I just want her to like act like herself. Basically not saying, no, I don't want her to act crazy. No, he was basically saying like, no, I still want her to be obsessed with me. I just don't want her to be mean or crazy, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Which was
or
insane.
Creepy, yeah.
Which was kind of insane.
But yeah, and like that scene was pretty creepy too, because like that's interesting too, because like I like how that kind of like world builds too, where like there's this other guy on the phone that knows what's going on and he just doesn't want to like say anything.
And I heard that actually that was Curry Barker on the phone.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Kind of funny.
It's kind of funny. Yeah.
If he plays in his own movies, I think that's pretty.
And then
funny.
like seeing the skits on YouTube, like the way he talks, like it's really like him. He plays like a lot of like a dumb character. He's like, just fucking like kill yourself then. Like that's the only choice you got then. Like why do you want to like adjust your wish? And then like you hear like, do you want to hear Nikki? Like,
oh yeah, and it makes me wonder like, where is Nikki? Because clearly she was there. We get a scene where she does say like,
when she's sleeping,
she's she's basically saying like the demon that possessed her is sleeping. So she says, Bear, kill me, please.
We were never together.
And then he goes, what's so bad about being with me?
Yeah, he lost me after he said that shit, bro.
What?
Yeah.
He lost you then. He lost me the moment that he did that. Because I saw a TikTok where everyone where comments. A girl asked, like, in the comments, can everyone tell me the moment that they felt like, damn, like, Bear's a horrible person. Or like basically saying like, what's something that you noticed about the movie that other people didn't notice? And I'm just gonna rile off a couple of them because you know, I think it's like, okay,
especially coming from like a girl's perspective.
So a girl says, and her at is the Leslie Montoya. I just want to give credit because, you know, like, we don't know. True. So anyways, in her TikTok she asks, tell me the craziest Easter egg or coincidence you noticed and when you watched Obsession. I'll go first. And hers says, when she gave the tiger's eye, she was basically giving away her protection. Because if you remember, there's a part where they're at dinner and she hands him a tiger's eye, which is a type of rock.
The rock.
And that stone is for protection. So people who believe in that stuff, which by the way, she does believe in that kind of stuff, like crystals and stuff like that, which people talk shit about. But she does believe in that because even at the beginning when we see him,
she dropped the necklace in the sink.
It's because she dropped her necklace in the sink.
Oh, that fucking goddamn necklace, bro. And
all of this started because she dropped her necklace in the sink. Mind you, he could have just bought the necklace at the store, but he didn't do that.
Yeah.
So basically, when she like the girl in the TikTok is saying like when she gave away her tiger's eye, that was basically her giving away her protection because she did say that her mom gave her that. So it's basically protecting her energy, protecting her, and she gave it to Bear, basically saying that the demon knew what was wrong and was just saying, "Hey, let me give away my protection because she's in a bad place already."
Yeah, she's already taken.
So people in the comments were really having a ball with this. Someone said, on the first night of being possessed, the time at the alarm clock next to Nikki when their bed changed from standard time to military time, and then someone was talking about
different
references, but I noticed that it did
I
change.
did see that too, because in the clock I was like, why is it 16:55?
But I thought it was just like a plot hole, or like I thought like maybe it was just like an editing thing, you know, like sometimes there's just little things that you're like, they're not gonna notice that. So yeah. And then someone said, and am I the only one who noticed that at the end when Bear comes out of the bathroom while now obsessed with Nikki, the TV is playing a recording of Bear sleeping?
Well, I didn't see that.
I didn't see that either. So we might have to rewatch the movie.
That's fucking creepy, bro. Because like you already see the demon just like, I'm gonna fucking record him. Let's do it. And then like she fucking
Which is
like
insane.
And then like the demon was taking the selfies too whenever he got the lunch.
And that's another thing.
Yeah.
People were saying that in the lunch that he packed, which by the way,
poor kitty, man.
He ate the cat. That's insane. Which by the way, like in the pictures that she took, because she took pictures of him and of her laying with him. But on the pictures, people were also saying that in those pictures it says you and it's like him, and then it's her and him and it says not me, basically saying that Nikki wrote that herself. Nikki, saying to Bear like, that's not me, you know, trying to show him like, gross. Hey, that's not me. And that was even before the night where she was talking in her sleep saying like, can you just kill me? I don't want to be alive. And then another thing that people said was he chose the wish over a gift for Nikki, because that one wish Willow was for Nikki. Yeah. So she
what said, do you think that she would wish for? Because I feel like she would just like
like a successful writing career.
Yeah, guys, I was just say like a successful writing career, like success to her book or whatever type of thing. Yeah, but nah, Bear fucking
basically foreshadowing his selfishness. He was gonna be a selfish person. And another thing that people are referencing are the whole like man or bear. You remember when like that was a thing? People were saying like, oh, if you chose the bear, that's Bear. Yeah, and that's crazy.
That's a neat detail.
Yeah, so
I don't know if that was intentional, because maybe it is the way like he did it, but that is fucking crazy, because people were saying like nah, I'm gonna take the bear rather than a male, because bro, like a bear can, you know what, attack you and stuff like that, but bro, like a human being, a male human being would do so much worse depending on the person, you know. Even the movie we saw yesterday, as God is, like, bro.
Oh, we still have to talk about that.
Yeah, fuck, man, bro. Dirty ass creature.
The point is, this was a great movie. Everyone should watch it.
Really good, bro.
But so honestly, good. Cory Barker himself said that like this was he wanted to talk about the effects of like codependency in a relationship, but I feel like there was more of a story to tell with like men thinking that, you know, they're owed something when they date a woman, or just people thinking that like, I don't know, like it just felt very like a man wants you up until where he wants you. Like he doesn't want you to be too clingy, he doesn't want you to be too crazy, but he wants you to somehow be obsessed with him. Yeah. Yeah, kind of selfish. Also, R.I.P. Sarah. That scene was crazy.
She didn't deserve it, bro. And then she got accepted to school finally, too, bro.
Yeah. And people were saying online that, like, Sarah deserved it because she was, like, low-key trying to, like, get at Bear when she snuck over there. But there was a lot of stuff going on. Even Ian. Can we talk about Ian?
He fucked Nikki, bro, without telling his friend.
He was having sex with Nikki and didn't tell Bear. And I'm not one of those people that like says like you have to tell everyone everything, but it's like, how are you gonna egg on Bear that he has to like yeah, okay, you can like Nikki, blah blah blah, but it's also like you're hooking up with her. Just tell him I'm hooking up with Nikki. That's not gonna work. I don't know.
And then like at the end of the day, he didn't even care at that point, because like he was like, bro, I just want her to not be like this anymore. And that's whenever he said, I wish for $1 billion. Dude, that part was crazy, because at that point, Bear just feels defeated. And I forget what happened, too, after that. He just, like, went back home, right? Back to Nikki.
I think he did go back home to Nikki. Yeah. Also, even at the end, Bear was still a coward. At the end of the day, Bear was still a coward. He was going to kill himself, which is fine. Yeah. But then last minute, he was going to reverse. Like, he was going to make himself throw up. So he didn't kill himself because he took the pills to OD, and then after that he regretted it and was gonna like make himself throw it up. But then Nikki made her wish, and everyone knows. Well, maybe not everyone knows, but I feel like her wish was like, I wish Bear was obsessed with me, so that way they could both be crazy together. Because at that point, it's just a demon on a demon.
Dude, that'd be a crazy couple, bro. If they did live out through that, oh my god.
But even at the end, like he dies, and so that way Nikki comes back, and what is she left with? She sees that she killed her friend Sarah. She sees that she killed Ian, and now she sees Bear dead on her lap.
And then it all makes the Sharpie tattoos too.
And it makes you wonder, did she see all of that? Because she saw some parts of that.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's
when they were having sex, when her and Bear were having sex, she definitely was there, and she was definitely crying. Because people were saying that you could see a teardrop from her eye. Yeah,
and then it's just a demon like trying to like make Bear feel good, like saying, "Oh yeah, I like that." Like, bro, no. Yeah, she definitely felt that too, for sure.
But everyone should watch this movie. And sorry to my brother that's editing this, because he wants to watch this movie.
Dang.
And now he just had the whole movie spoiled for him.
Do you think like this movie is gonna be because
I don't think this movie is gonna be nominated for anything.
Yeah, because it sucks too. Because like the girl, like Indy, like she did a really good job, man. Like that, like creepy portrayal. But it sucks because like it's the same thing that happened with like Toni Collette with like the other movies. Like she didn't get nominated, and I feel like her performance is for sure Oscar worthy. Like, absolutely, bro. Like Oscar worthy. Yeah. Just the way like she like portrayed them.
Don't talk to me, you little shit.
You little shit.
Yeah, I am your mother.
But yeah, they just didn't want to nominate it. But hopefully things are changing because, to be fair, Sinners did get nominated for some, but a lot of people don't really see that as a horror movie.
Indy getting nominated for this. If she does, period, I love it. Yeah. Because people in horror movies, they give it their all. When they do, they do. Because I say they give more than people that are in like dramas of the comedies, like anything like that.
Or The Rock, bro.
Yeah, like
fuck The Rock.
But I think so.
But yeah, go watch Obsession. Best horror movie of 2025. But again, like you said, Backrooms is still not out yet.
Oh yeah, we're gonna watch the Backrooms next week.
Yep. So you never know which could be back. But bro, this could be a hard movie to follow up on.
Yeah.
Because there's so like The Passenger and
Oh yeah, you really want to see that one? And I told you like the trailer looked kind of like an ad.
Yeah.
Like very like commercially.
Yeah.
It didn't look like a trailer. And I just didn't really like it. But I mean, we're gonna see. I don't even know what it's about, and I want to walk into it blind.
I think they're like the main theme is just like the disappearance of people whenever they go to road trips or whatever. I don't know, something like, or like the missing person cases.
What would your wish be?
Yeah. What would your
if you had a one wish, Willow, what would your wish be?
Make sure to
my wish would be for no one's wishes to work because you're insane.
Yeah.
Watch it. Like, I want no wishes. No one deserves a wish. People don't deserve their wishes happening.
At this point, though, do you want to talk about is God is or do this tier list I made?
I don't know. It's up to you.
We can talk about
whatever.
Let's do this tier list.
There's not much to say about this movie.
Yeah, less about, so
unfortunately.
We did watch As God Is yesterday. Really, unfortunately. Why do you say that?
Wait, what did I say?
You said, unfortunately, there's not enough to talk about this movie.
Not in a bad way, but like there's not much to say about this movie because I feel like it's so fresh in my mind. Mm-hmm. Because we watched Is God Is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think it was good.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
But after watching Obsession, I just feel like, I don't know, like it's kind of like a horror thriller.
Yeah.
Like a comedy thriller adventure type of thing. Because you even said it. It feels like very like
adventure, like they're going to something.
Adventure movie.
You know,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't a bad movie, but I was almost expecting more.
I didn't watch any trailers. The only thing I did watch was like TikToks about like the mom in the bed. Like that's the only thing I've seen. And I know
the
like
teaser trailer.
Yeah,
basically.
I just saw like the burn marks from the mom, but I didn't know that any of these characters were burned. Like some,
I will say I did know that Sterling K. Brown was in it.
Yeah, that was cool.
I did know that he was in it.
I didn't
last
know that.
minute before we watched it. I didn't know because I saw that people were kind of talking about it on TikTok. But the whole world is obsessed with Obsession, so I didn't see many people talking about this, and I feel like that's really sad.
It's sucky
that this one's gonna suffer because of the success of another movie. And it does suck because it is a movie that's predominantly black.
Yeah.
I think all the characters are pretty much black in this movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's really no white characters.
Yeah, I don't think there's any white characters.
No.
I don't think there's any white characters in this movie.
Even like the lawyer was like, black and stuff like that. Yeah, there was no
everyone
white.
in this movie was black. Also, Janelle Monáe, she was great. She was beautiful. But the point is, the movie was good. It was, after watching such a high stakes horror movie that was Obsession, this one was a lot more like calm. At least it felt like that.
Calm, toned down.
A little more calm, toned down. A little more like funny.
Like you kind of know where the stories go. Yeah, I was kind of laughing a little bit. Yeah.
But if you want to talk about like what the premise is, or do you want me to talk about?
No, yeah, I'll talk about it. Yeah. So, light spoilers, but basically you have these like two sisters that are twins. Yeah, twins too. That you could see like they do have some burn. What do you call that? Just like burns on their body, Yeah, one of the sisters' face has not been affected, but you see the other sister's face has some burn marks. So that's a really cool dynamic, because even the sister is like, no, like, you're beautiful, you're pretty, but of course the other sister is like, no, I'm not, like, stop. Like, she even is like having sex with this guy, but she's saying that like she's only like, he doesn't like to like see her face, which is kind of messed up.
And they make another reference to that in the actual movie. Like even after that, like there's another reference of someone else saying something about her face.
Yeah. With like, oh, like you face us, you turn away type of thing, like that part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the story is just two twin sisters, that were burnt along with their mom, almost to death. By their dad.
Yeah.
And it's basically like a revenge story on their dad.
Yeah, revenge story too. Yeah. Forgot about that.
It's a revenge story about their dad, because of what he did to them. And in the trailer, it makes it seem like they know who their mom is, and their mom just wants them to get revenge. But the reality is that they didn't even know that their mom was still alive. So they go to see their mom because they get a letter from her. They do everything together because they're twins, but that's like kind of like the thing, with twins. They say that they do everything together.
Even when like you see like they're like brushing their teeth and they know.
It's like they're talking to each other telepathically. So basically these two sisters go to see their mom on her deathbed, basically saying like, kill your dad. That's what I want. That's my last wish, is for you to kill your dad. Because of what he did to us. And the dynamic is very like two sisters, and as someone who has a sister, I think it is kind of a true dynamic, because I have a sister who is a lot more strong-willed, hard-headed, headstrong, very brave, very confident, very to the point. She's not afraid to say what she thinks. And then we have the other sister who is a lot more timid, polite, scared, believing, very innocent, almost believes to see the best in people. And you see that in this movie.
Even like the mom and sister said, like, she's very sensitive, they said.
Yeah
very sensitive.
And that's true. One sister, both sisters are very sensitive, and you can see how it affects them, but
one is more than the other.
One is more sensitive in one way than the other, because I would say that even the sister who is more headstrong and serious and scary and brave is more sensitive because she acts upon her sensitivities that are her sister. Her sister is a very touchy topic for her. Because her sister is the one with the burn marks on her face. Whereas the sister that is more timid, is more scared, is more shy, tends to be, I don't know, like I think like she tends to want to see the best in people because she's been through so much already in life. Like she is in love with a man who doesn't even want to look at her while they have sex.
No.
But she still says like, but he's so nice. Like, he's the best.
And, like, she even said to her sister, like, hey, like, I don't have a lot of options like you, so, like, I'm gonna just take it.
And that's something that, like, her sister doesn't understand. Even though the older sister does say, the one that has the normal face, even though she does say, like, people think we're ugly, people think we're scary looking. No. people think your sister is scary looking. People think your sister is ugly because of the burn marks. But she likes to put them together as a package, whereas that's not the truth. Even her sister with the burns on her face knows that life is a lot more different from her than it is for her sister that has a normal face.
Yep.
And they make a reference to that in the movie. But it was interesting to watch, like, their kind of like
dynamic
adventure.
Yeah.
And like their dynamic and how they move through the world. And yeah, it was interesting to watch them go from all these families that their dad has made, because their dad moved on after their mom to another woman who was very God-fearing and like loved the church. And like they did have a son, so they had a half brother.
He's just you're right.
That the dad did move on after that and moved on to the next family that he had like a more like quiet, timid wife who listened and obeyed and cleaned the house and made a home and had twin boys.
Yeah, another twins.
Which I think I told you, I think that was the whole thing he wanted. I think he wanted to have twin boys.
Oh, just boys specifically.
And maybe possibly just twin boys.
Yeah,
because
you're right. Yeah.
I think a lot of men, I think like it's kind of playing into the kind of stereotype of what men want, which is men want men. Men want to have boys. Men want to have sons. And he had 2 of them, and they were twin boys, to make up for the fact that he killed his 2 twin daughters, which he didn't want to think about, obviously, because he was a horrible person.
Yeah, that's really messed up.
It just goes to show, and I hate to be woke, but I like it really imitates life. Like, some men just choose to want to have sons, or they only pay attention to their sons, or they make multiple they have multiple families, and they don't care unless it has to do with having any sons.
Yeah.
And you could see in the movie that his 2 twin sons were just like him. One was more like him than the other.
Yeah.
But they were both like him.
But then, because like the other one is like was pretty sweet, but then you find out like it's just like the
he's
same.
just as bad.
Just as bad as him. Even I would say worse, because like he just like hid.
He's a sleeper.
Yeah, bro's a sleeper build, bro.
But what did you think?
But yeah, I did like the movie, like how I told you at the end of the movie. I did like the whole adventure aspect where they're just leading to the big event of meeting their dad, you know. And in between those moments, you see like their bond between each other and their whole like relationship and how that dynamic is, because you could tell like the girl with the burnt face is more like hesitant and more like quiet than the other one. I mean, to be fair, it makes sense because her face is burnt, and even like the girl says like, no, I am ugly, like you're beautiful, I'm ugly. And I was like, damn, like that's kind of sad. But yeah, I did like the movie. I feel like you did like discuss like everything already, but it was cool to see like what's his name,
Sterling K. Brown.
K. Brown, which is like, I was like, ooh, because I've seen him like back in the day with like This Is Us, that TV show. And
I've never seen that. I've seen him in Waves.
Yeah,
I think
Waves.
I think he played a great dad in Waves.
Yeah.
And I know he's been in other stuff. I don't know off the top of my head, but I know he's been in a lot of other stuff. He's been in Black Panther. I didn't know he was in Frozen.
Frozen too.
He was in American Fiction. I wanted to watch this movie back in the day. But he's been in a lot of TV shows, a lot of movies.
He's a great actor, bro.
He did
honestly, good in this.
He's a great actor. I've seen reviews of people saying like, he usually plays like the fun-loving guy, like the great, the kind man. And like in the show This Is Us, he probably plays a good guy.
Yeah.
But in this movie, he plays a menace, and he gets me, because at the end, obviously spoilers.
Yeah, he got
the
me
daughter
too.
with the burnt face is the one that kind of survives over everything and has to go against the dad, which is Sterling K. Brown. And he says like, you know, because she says she's pregnant. And he says like, bring my grandbaby to me, and I'm going to be the best granddad that I can be.
And then he just slaps her.
Backhands her, slaps her, pushes her to the ground, and doesn't care about anything.
And then
that's his daughter.
And he says,
and if I could go back in time, I would do it all again.
Yeah.
And make sure you tell your mom that I would do it all again.
Yeah. And he said something very specific, like, tell like your trashy mom, like, I'll do it again too.
Yeah, like that's insane. He had a great performance. But that being said, like everyone in this movie was great. But he just delivered a great performance in my opinion.
He did really good.
But I think one thing before we like move on, I think even though the daughter that was the oldest was like kept trying to say like we're not his daughters, I think the oldest daughter was the most like him in the fact that she was so aggressive,
violent, and things like that,
and almost violent like her dad. Obviously hers was to a different degree. She wanted justice, and she wasn't wrong, because the whole time she hated her dad, which is fair. But the other sister, the younger sister, was like, no, like we don't know, blah blah blah, when her older sister had a point the whole time. But I think she was more like her dad than she knows.
Yeah, because like she did have that, not psychopath tendencies.
No, more like just that anger, that aggression, fuel, that aggression, and just like the other son, that like.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
had it, you know, like so even like, though it was a little more low key.
Yeah, because
they all had that.
Oh, and that just came from their daddy too. Like just that aggression and all that stuff. Where like it's just crazy how like it's all like the in between the blood, you know, just like the whole aggression stuff. So
like even though you could hate your dad, or even though you could hate the parent that is a horrible person, that treated you so bad, that is a bad person, unfortunately they will always be your parent.
Yeah.
And that is just a, like, you know, he'll always be their dad.
Yeah. But yeah, very good movie. Like I did enjoy it. Like
I think this movie, like, it sucks that it isn't getting its flowers, but
yeah,
I think it was a great movie.
Because you're the one who told me about it. I didn't know if this was coming out apart from like the whole TikTok ads, but I'm so glad I watched it, because I still did like enjoy it.
Yeah, I just felt like we don't get a lot of movies with predominantly black cast.
Yeah,
so I was like, we have to see
whole
more
black
movies
cast. Fuck yeah.
with all black cast, or like all people of color. So I just felt like the need, like, that we had to see this.
Yeah,
and it just looked like it was gonna be a good movie. Like it's a revenge story. Like who doesn't love a revenge story?
Yeah.
You know.
Same thing with like Opus, where like she was like the main character, and then just got support the whole black cast. You know, so. Yeah, for sure. Pretty good movie, but you give it like an 8 out of 10. I feel like I will give it the same thing, yeah. But it is crazy coming from Obsession to this, or like. Obsession.
It just felt so like.
Yeah.
You know.
But that's not its fault, so.
That's not their fault. They just suffered from like the success of another movie.
Exactly. Yeah. But I think that's it. That's it. From we talk about. We didn't watch anything else, right? That's pretty much it.
No, I don't think so. I think next week I just want us to watch. We already have tickets for the Backrooms.
Yeah, so we'll talk about
that. So that's going to be really exciting, and that's going to be fun. I hope it's really good, but we'll have to see, because this is another movie that's made by a YouTuber.
Yeah, another
a young
YouTuber.
person, another YouTuber.
Same last year with Chris Stuckman.
And like Bring Her Back.
Yeah,
which was like
true,
Talk to Me. Who was it from? Those brothers.
Yeah, I know the YouTube channel Raka Raka, but that's
but
only.
Hey, that's more than you. That's more. You knew more than I did, because, you know, I didn't.
Ronald, yeah.
Yeah, like
Ronald
I didn't know
crazy.
those videos. I mean, I knew those videos, but I never watched them.
Yeah.
So I really want to watch the Backrooms. And we have tickets, but I really also want to see I Love Boosters. We saw an ad for it at the theaters. So I really want us to watch that one. So hopefully we can talk about that one.
It's in theaters this Friday. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Backrooms and this movie, and then she's from. Oh yeah, I seen her from Welcome to Derry. And she was really good in Welcome to Derry, so I'm glad she's getting some stuff too.
Never seen it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Watch that too. But yeah, you good? Like a lot of, like you said, like a lot of YouTuber movies coming out.
Yeah.
And just excited for what they play, you know. And you know, maybe that could be us too, making a film or something.
Not me, maybe you, but not me.
But that's it, guys. Thank you for listening. Go make sure to watch Obsession if you haven't yet. It's only been the first week already. That's it.
Yeah, it's only been a week since it came out. It's been exactly a week since it came out.
Yeah.
And I already know so many people that are gonna watch it.
Yeah.
So everybody go watch it.
Y'all had time to watch it and form your own opinion on the movie. But this is the one where like last podcast episode you said that Project Hail Mary is paying you. Shit. Obsession.
Curry Barker, go ahead and pay me. I'd love to meet the cast. I'd love to meet Curry Barker, you know.
Doing some great stuff, man. I'm excited for your next movie too. That was like a neat idea too. Like the whole like paranormal people type of stuff, yeah. But thank you so much for listening. I think my camera's dying, so we are going to stop the recording. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I've been Jonathan.
I've been Steph, I guess.
Yeah. I forgot if we did the intro.
No, we didn't.
We didn't? Shit. We didn't introduce ourselves, man.
It's okay.
It's all good. But thank you for listening and have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.